today I would like to share some things what happened with me just one morning ago. So I woke up and, usually in the morning I don't switch on the light in Kuti. It's no need. It's just do some meditation or some kind of simple activity. You don't need much light. But later, before start to dressing and so on, before going down, you need light. So, and I switch on the light, and I noticed something like above the place where I sleep, there is some kind of shelf, and I have the water there, so I drink some water, and I see some movement there, I don't know, maybe my first thought maybe some ant, but movement quite bigger than the ant. So I kind of turn on more light, and I see actually it was a snake, like this snake, like black and green, this tiny snake, and it's kind of wandering, and it's also a little bit not so active, I would imagine because of the nowadays very hot, there's no rain, it's kind of a little bit kind of searching for water, not very active. It was my impression at least. And of course, I was kind of disturbed by this experience, because who knows, when the snake actually came to my kuti, maybe I really slept together with this snake. So, yeah, I make some effort, kindly chase her away from the kuti. But first reaction on this was, okay, I need to find out the hole where from this hole maybe this snake may come. Yeah, so to make my kuti very safe and secure, because I don't want to it's good to send metta to snakes, but I don't want to wake up with a snake. So, and of course, what's happening in the mind, I spoke with people who are in charge of this, how to speak with workers and so on. But then later, I just asked myself a question, okay, even after everyone or some workers would seal all the holes in this kuti if they would find some, would it be, would I be really safe and secure in that place? What do you think? If there would be no holes, would it be safe in that place? Yeah, so for a time being, maybe, in a way. So, but we cannot probably call it real security or real safety. In Pali they call it kema or kemino. You maybe recite Sukhinova kemino hontu. It's a metta sutta. May all beings be at peace or happy and secure. So kema or kemi, it's a secure or safety in a way. So of course this part of to be physically safe, to have a lodging where there's no holes, where no any wild animals may come, or I don't know, cross the road, look left, look right, yeah. So be safe in kind of conventional way. It's important. Yeah, we don't say that it's not important, but we cannot say that we cannot be really safe and secure ultimately. Completely, because so many things may happen and so many things out of our control. We sit here quite peacefully, yeah, maybe meditate or listen to some dhamma or give some dana, and it looks like a very safe place, yeah? What may happen here? Nothing may happen, we kind of around the friends. But who knows, yeah? We're not in control. Even sometimes healthy people can get some stroke, from nowhere. So we don't have a complete security. And in suttas they call it yoga kema. So kema, it's a safety, and yoga means bondage or tie, something would bound you. And this is more ultimate security in a way. So this includes the security from greed, hatred, and delusion. So it's actually we need to secure ourselves, maybe not so much from outside, but what's happening inside. Because this experience with the snake, for example, if really, if imagine I would be an arahant, yeah? I imagine that this snake experience would not disturb me to that degree of kind of aversion or some kind of fear for my body, for my life. Yeah, I maybe also do some action to kind of take care about Sangha property, yeah, to kind of remove the snake and so on, or maybe out of compassion for next person who stays in this kuti. So to make some effort to really make sure that there are no holes. But what I mean that inner reaction on whatever is happening, last time we discussed, it's kind of, in Pali, it's come to the broad term sankara, like how our mind react on experience what we have. So if I, for example, see some disturbing experience, I react from some kind of dislike. I don't like it. I like maybe anger or something. Then if I am aware of this, I might do something with this reaction. Just see, okay, my mind reacts. The initial reaction can be, but I can restrain myself from entertaining that thought. Really actively think, oh, like, it's horrible, how it can be the snake in the morning, oh, it's like so big snake. Then maybe search online what kind of snake it is it poisonous or not poisonous, you know? It can be really disturbing experience, and I may whole day, like, or several days, be really agitated or in fear and so on. Or other way around, if this impulse or notion arise, okay, like fear or disturbance, yeah, just kind of notice it and notice that this is a tendency of the mind. If I see something or experience something what I don't like, what I perceive kind of threatening for myself, of course I don't like it. I like to be free from this. And other way around, if I feel the strong desire, for example, in that situation, I may feel strong desire right now, find some Burmese worker, you know, and ask him, please seal this hole. Even they have some holidays now, still like find him, yeah, I need it right now. So kind of strong desire may motivate me for this action. But again, I stayed in that kuti, I mean, almost a year, I would say. And this is the first time when I experienced snake. So it means the whole year, snake didn't come inside, yeah? So it means like, how really I need to hurry with the sealing that hole. Maybe next year I'm also safe, you know? Of course, it's good to seal it, but it's not that kind of emergency situation, I would say. If the snake would live there and I would not be able to remove it, yeah, it's another story. But since it's already outside, so that's what I mean. Like when we have some reaction on any experience, pleasant or unpleasant, we may be really secure from, yeah, we may be not secure from this initial impulse, pleasant or unpleasant, like, yeah, I want this, I don't want this, but we may really be in a way in charge of our mind, not to proliferate, not to indulge in that activity, not to think about this a lot, not to kind of build this on the top, because it's really initial like tendency. I see the snake, there's initial kind of dislike. It's very small, it's not so disturbing. But if I proliferate and imagine it, it's really built. And next time, I would not even be able to sleep in that kuti. Next night, if I all day think about this, oh, this snake, you know, it's very dangerous, how come? So next night come, I would not be able to sleep because I built this. And this is what I mean by not indulging in that activity, not proliferating that things. So we able to do it. We able not to kind of build this. And one of the way how to do it would be to see how it's harmful for me. To see, okay, now I do this, I imagine this, I kind of make it bigger, and check my mind, how I feel now. Before, when it was just small impulse, and now after maybe 3-4 hours of imagination about what worse may happen in that situation, I feel almost shaky, you know? So there's a big difference, and noticing kind of drawback or disadvantages of this approach may help me to next time a little bit earlier. Like previously it was after 4 hours, next time it will be after 3.5 hours. I mean, and again, everyone have a different tendency and different progress. We don't have to kind of blame ourselves. Again, I did this mistake. You know, we need to do our mistakes 100 or maybe 1,000 times or 100,000 times. It depends on individual. But every time when you notice it, okay, this was harmful for me, this sort of anger, I don't like it. It's not what I want to develop. Next time, with enough awareness or mindfulness, it will be possible to reduce the time where I really entertain that thought. And that's all it is, like the progress or even taste of freedom we may get from even one moment be free from this angry thought. Next moment it may come again, but that one moment, so peaceful. Yeah, it's a really kema, like safety and security from all bondage, from all kind of unwholesomeness, especially in our mind. So I wish all of you to really develop the conventional kema, conventional security. It's also important, and ultimate security as far as we can. Really make free our mind from any greed and hatred, of course, and delusion. Sadhu, sadhu.